Here we are on the road again in South Korea. I remember when this road was just 2 lanes. Honestly, God, that was what, about 15 years ago? They were just starting to make this road, and I'd come down there as a little shortcut, and nobody was on it. It was just 2 lanes. As we go down here now, I want to point out, you see that little pink on the right there? It's showing you to get in that lane when you got to exit. Boy, it makes it easy for you when you're coming down the highway and you're just kind of like thinking, and boom, there's your exit. And here we are, coming into our friend's house. He lives in one of these gigantic apartment complexes. All these complexes have RIFD stickers for the people that live here, so you just drive up to the gate and pop, it comes open automatically. And if you don't, you push your code in and then you can come on down. And here's the entrance to it, my friends. There's no parking above ground around here. Everything, when they build new apartment buildings, they just put the parking underneath the building. Sometimes there's 2 basements, sometimes just 1. But there's always plenty of parking. So let's go on down and take a peek and see what they got going on. And here's the parking garage. Now the spaces always seem to be a little tighter here. You know, it used to be they had little itty bitty cars. Now they all drive cars like here in America, those big SUVs and sedans and stuff. But the parking spaces have pretty much stayed the same. But one thing you'll always notice about in Korea when you go down to park, the garages are spotless. Look at that. It's bright. Heck, I could eat off that floor. It's so clean. It's amazing. So anyway, as we go through, you'll see that they got special parking areas there on the right. Well, the yellow means no parking there. And then as you go down to park, you'll see how tight they can be. Even though it looks like there's a lot of parking, this is quite a ways from the entrance, because the closer you get to the entrance, everybody wants to park. So you're quite a ways from the entrance to get into your apartment. Even though they'll have several elevators down here to get to your apartment, but it just seems like they all want to park as close as they can. Nobody, even in Korea, wants to walk any further than they have to. Here's a better shot, shows just how tight they are. You know, so these parking spots are just very, very tight. Actually, my friend's letting us out right now to the elevator, and then he's going to go find a place to park. So, and like in America, you can see that everybody has handicap parking everywhere. One little feature I want to mention right away, as you enter your code into the door, it automatically activates the elevator and sends it right down to you. So that way you don't spend that much time waiting for the elevator to get to you. So you don't have to go inside. The elevator is already thinking, so-and-so's here, we better go down. So that's one of the great features that they have here. I remember a few years ago that this was just in some of the more expensive complexes. Now it's just an ordinary feature in every Korean apartment complex. And as you enter in, it's all secured. So after you put your code in, you go ahead and you'll be waiting for the elevator, and it should almost be there when you enter the door. They're very fast elevators here. So let's just see what's going on here. And we're waiting for our friend also to come back after parking the car to go on up. And as you can see, the elevator was already down, and it looks like it's at the basement. Now we just need to wait for it to get to the B1, the garage parking area. So as we wait for our friend, the elevator is going to be right there in just a matter of seconds, and we'll be on our way up to the apartment. Well, there we are. We're up the stairs. One thing I really love about Korea is all the green spaces that they have in here. You know, it looks like they got some tennis courts and pickleball courts and a little area to rest in the shade down there and the trees and all those walkways around. So you always have somewhere in the complex if you want to go for a quick little walk around. You can enjoy nature. This apartment complex, heck, there must be, I don't know, 15,000 people living here. I mean, it's just amazing that how many people they actually have living in this small little area. And this isn't even a new one. These apartments were built probably 10 years ago almost. Oh, maybe 5 years ago. So anyway, somewhere in there, but anyway, the complex is just huge, and there's all these walking paths. I'm gonna get down there in a little bit and go walk around. Gives you a little better view of what some of the apartments are. This is all one complex right here now. This is just all one apartment complex. When I mentioned when we were looking down were all the pathways and the greens. So when you want to kind of get back in the nature, all you have to do is just go on down and take a walk around. And I have to say, these are all pet friendly, but you need to remember when you take your pet out, make sure you take the bag. You need to always pick up after your pet. So whether it does its business in the trees or not, just pick it up and then everybody enjoys it. But the sidewalks down here are as clean as the garage downstairs. Also, this is really a safe place to walk too. As you walk around the apartment complex down here, you know, it always looks like it's empty, but you always have something going on down here. So there's always somebody just around the corner. You can always say hi to the people as they come around walking too. Sometimes it seems like Koreans are a little standoffish, but they love it when you say hello. Well, our visit's over with, and now it's time to go. As we walk through the parking garage on our way out, you'll see some cars coming in, and even the business people, they park their trucks down there. That's one thing as you drive around Korea, you'll notice there's a lot of these itty bitty little trucks. And they just take them home with them. That's their business, that's their livelihood. And there's somebody coming home from a long day at work, and they're just coming home, and they're gonna park their car, or their truck, I should say, and get ready to go on their job again tomorrow. But as you can see, everybody drives those big SUVs now down here, and we got our handicap. So everything, you know, you just kind of like strolling through and seeing what's going on down here. And it's very easy to get in and out of your parking garage down here. So, but anyway, that's one of the things I really enjoy about these complexes now in Korea. There's the parking areas that they got, in and out, easy, clean, safe. You never have to worry about your car getting broken into or damaged in any way. So feel free to come on down when you go to Korea. You know, when you go to your friend's house, not a big deal. You'll see all these things, and you get down to the elevator, you just punch your code in, you'll be visiting your friend. So, and you'll notice, well, speed bump. Yeah, you always gotta watch out for those speed bumps. Drive carefully when you're down there because it is kind of tight. So follow the speed limit and just enjoy your stay at your friend's house. And it's always just a quick exit to the street to go about if you need to leave town. So anyway, I love the parking garages. I love the new apartment complexes, the green spaces they have, and everything is really convenient here in Korea. So thank you, and you have a great day. Bye.